Good morning, everybody, and this is your Forex technical analysis for today. So as usual, starting off with Euro USD, and we had a pretty strong finish. So after a week where it looked like we were kind of breaking through the structure that we had to the downside, you can see we sort of found support here, and then in the beginning of the week we broke through. So you really were expecting this retest here to drive the market down. But as I said to you, the oscillators group the downside. You need to wait for them to kind of group to the upside or start grouping in this manner before looking at that. So yeah, we need to start looking for levels. There are no levels inside here except for all the way up the top there. That is the closest area, and then we've got lots of micro levels in between these two major levels here. So for me, it's have a move down to the 1 hour and just look to the left to see if you do see anything here. So now you can see what I'm talking about, all these tails here, but they're not really structure that. Okay, so there we go. So that is the level we're paying attention to. On the hour, you can see a lot of support and resistance around here. So this is the area to pay attention to, 117.996. Oscillators are grouped to the upside on the hour. So is this a case of continuation to the downside following the bigger trend, which is all indicating to a stronger US dollar, or alternatively is this turning around now and we're going to find some support and then move to the upside? So kind of no man's land for me at the moment. There's no real reason to be long or short right now. So moral of the story is quite simple. We pull back onto 117.541 and we find support there. We get some price action that I'd be looking for, which would be pin bars, inside bars, or engulfing bars, and I get that kind of pattern off structure. I'll be taking the break of those patterns to the upside with a stop right below those patterns. And if we do break to the upside, I'll be a little bit hesitant to chase any longs. I'll be waiting for the pullback onto structure to buy the longs. So that's kind of the view that I've got right now. If we do break below 117.541, again, I'm going to want to see price to come back up and test that before rolling. So I'm sit on hands until one of those two scenarios plays out. US dollar, Japanese yen, pretty much a fairly solid move to the upside, and then what we would have expected, a continuation, come back and find support, and we've broken through the moving averages. Oscillators all grouped to the downside here with a bit of divergence here starting to form as well. The next thing that I just want to highlight is Fibonacci. We are kind of hovering around the 61.8. If we come to the hour, you can see there's a 61.8 right there, and you can see price is looking like it's forming some form of support here. And now, so I just need to get back to the hour just to see if there is structure here. The closest bit of structure is really here. You can see there's a swing low, there's a bit of interaction with it there. Look to the left, quite a bit of interaction. So that is a fairly strong area of support. So all things considered, this could very well be an opportunity to buy into this. There is a gap further down though, and that is an intraday gap. So that was before data came out. Was it last week? No, 2 weeks ago. So yeah, there is an intraday gap here which is still open, and we've now pulled back, kind of looking onto some sort of structure. So for me, what I'm looking for is, I do have a bit of a pin bar here, but it's not an range bar, but it's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a solid pin bar, something like that, or an engulfing bar like that, or I'm looking for an inside bar like that, or like that. So that's kind of the structure I'm looking for. So I also want to see a second attempt at this level. If we bounce up, move down, then I'd be looking to buy this right off this level that we're in at the moment. So a difficult call, because on the dollar, you're not really clear whether we are looking at dollar strength or dollar weakness, and it's a tug of war at the moment, because the camps are divided. So the bulls and bears are very much divided on which way they want the dollar to go. So just be very careful about this today. I think being Monday as well might actually be worthwhile just waiting for structure on Euro USD and ignore USD JPY. British pound, Japanese yen. So I am going to say that this inverse head and shoulders that we had here is now pretty much null and void. So that was the neckline up here at around 153.260, and we were waiting for a break and retest that area. It didn't really materialize, dropped to the bottom, and we're now kind of bottom of range. But you know, one of these two tails could also, and this one, any of these tails actually, could also indicate bottom of range. And look, my oscillator's grouping to the downside. So looking at the hour, you can see we've gapped, well, not really gapped down, but we've accelerated the downside. Look at my grouping here. I have an inside bar forming, and just going to readjust the level ever so slightly here, because you can see there is the real structure on the hour, and that's exactly where we're bouncing. So we get another bit of structure on this level. So this is an inside bar. It's been a fairly strong move to the downside. Bounce up. I want to see some kind of a double bottom or a higher low here with some structure. So in other words, pin bars like that, engulfing bars. Where do we have engulf? There's an engulfing bar there. Not that it rallied on that one. And then also inside bars. So anything like that off the structure here is going to get me looking for opportunities to buy into this, and ultimately want to target 152.658. Euro British pound. So this is another one which is very much in a downtrend. It's been in a downtrend for an extended period of time. See, a number of weeks that we've been down, but it's kind of a messy downtrend. So it keeps coming up to the 155, only one breakthrough there, and then selling off the 155. So and the 66 EMA actually. So that's kind of what I would be expecting. So we've got a move and we've got a triangle forming. So I'd expect another push to the upside, and your closest level is going to be somewhere around here. You can see all the support here, and that's kind of the view that I'd have. Is 0.85362. See if price gets back up there, then we're looking to short. So you can see what I mean by the triangle. I don't think I need to draw that in. You can see it quite clearly. There's the bottom of the triangle, there's the top of the triangle, and we've now broken through it. So you should be looking for some form of a level to the upside. There's a bit of a gap. Yeah, there's a bit of a gap here. So it wouldn't surprise me to see us retest that. And then you've got another little level up here. So it's quite a messy area to the upside. You can see all the structure to the upside. So you need to pay attention to what's going on with price action. And you can actually pay attention on the 15-minute here as well. So let me give you all these levels here. So first one is 0.85184. Then you've got 0.85237, and ultimately 0.85362. You need to see what price does at those levels. I would expect the sellers to step in up there to drive this down. And that's just to continue the trend that we have been going in for so long. We're going to need to start taking out these highs. So first that high, then we're going to need to form a lower high. So it can be a fairly deep pullback to form a lower high before this trend is reversed. So at the moment, looking for structure to bounce off, and could be a nice decent move, and then a continuation to form a lower low again. Anyway, that's it for me on Forex. Does look like the pound is offering a little bit of opportunity to trade in or get some decent trades in this week. Dollar is still a little bit all over the place, so just be careful of that right now. Anyway, that's it for me. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.